when Kamala does, nobody's going to want to stand in her way. I've witnessed it. I remember after the home mortgage crisis, Kamala pushed me and my administration harder than any other attorney general in the country to make sure homeowners got a fair settlement. And it didn't matter that I was a Democrat. She wasn't going to let anything stop her from winning as much relief as possible for the families who deserved it. That's who she is. That's the kind of president Kamala Harris will be. To lower housing costs, Kamala is going to cut red tape and work with state and local governments, as well as the private sector, to build 3 million new homes. Concrete plans. She'll give first-time home buyers up to $25,000 to help them with a down payment. Concrete plans. To lower health care costs. Kamala already worked with Joe Biden to take on the drug companies, bring down the cost of insulin, hearing aids, more than 50 prescription drugs. Rubin worked on that. He knows about it. And as president, Kamala will never stop working to limit out-of-pocket costs and protect your care. Concrete plans. That's who Kamala is.
All right, Andrew Kraft here. Again, you've been listening to Barack Obama there in Tucson, Arizona, stump for Harris Walls, alongside Democratic Senate candidate there, Ruben Gallego. We just want to step away for a quick commercial break. Like I said, I'm Andrew Kraft, and throughout the course of the evening, we have so many of these political rallies to get to. We also have this live picture you see there, Marine One on the tarmac, and it looks like President Biden is back from his trip to Germany. He'll be spending part of the weekend at Camp David. And so I believe Marine One is at Joint Base Andrews right now. They're taxiing. So a very quick trip for Biden to Germany. We'll be getting into that a little bit later on in some of our international segments. There's a lot of international stories to get to. So just wanted to show you that. It's always cool to see Marine One, no matter who the president is. We'll see you in 2 minutes.
Star Child. What are you doing?
Remember when I was applying for credit cards and it was impossible to tell if I'd be approved? So I bought all these crystals from you for good luck.
Oh, but of course.
Well, now that I shop for cards with Credit Karma, I don't need luck. If a card has the Karma guarantee, they'll give me $50 if I don't get approved.
Stop it! You know our store policy. No refunds during Mercury retrograde.
Ugh, fine. Get approved or get $50 on offers with the Karma guarantee.
The legend begins all over again. The legend begins all over again. It's bigger.
Oh my God.
Badder. And more intense than ever before.
It's so hard.
Welcome back to Fear Factor. One winner. Fear Factor.
When we were little, we would love playing with Lincoln Logs.
Now we play with these logs.
When we were little, we would love playing with Lincoln Logs.
Now we play with these logs. We are the only log home builders with the Lincoln Log stamp of approval. Back in business!
We play with big machines, hardcore tools, and we are Lincoln Log masters.
Welcome backstage. This is where you get all access to all the juicy details.
Whitney couldn't handle it.
From the hotness to the hot mess.
The release autobiography.
Seemed to upset me.
I'm traumatized.
We got an audition!
I'd like you to meet my mother.
Backstage. Watch now.
We are getting a Hollywood star.
And criminally good movies.
You don't seem too upset.
I'm traumatized.
We got an audition!
I'd like you to meet my mother.
Backstage. Watch now.
The weekend racing is over. Or is it? Not on MAV TV Select. Monday is All-American. The weekend racing is over. Or is it? Not on MAV TV Select. Monday is All-American Racing Night on the network, which never leaves the track. Enjoy grassroots racing from America's most iconic tracks. Every Monday night, only on MAV TV Select.
And welcome back here to Live Now from Fox. I'm Andrew Kraft. You see, former President Donald Trump has just taken the stage there in Detroit, Michigan for this campaign rally, 17 days out from the general election. Just want to get this in. This is interesting because Fox News has confirmed Nikki Haley is in talks to join Trump on the campaign trail. Sources familiar to Fox say Haley is in talks to join Trump on the campaign trail. Up until now, as you know, Haley's efforts to help Trump court some of those disgruntled Republicans and others not backing the GOP presidential candidate have only been limited to some fundraising emails. Of course, Haley spoke at the RNC in July in Milwaukee. It will be interesting to see whether or not Trump feels the need to court some of these Haley voters. Let's listen.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And a very, very special, we love this place. We love Detroit. Thank you very much. And hello to Michigan. We win Michigan, we win the whole ball game. Thank you very much. I'm thrilled to be back in this incredible state with thousands and thousands of proud, hardworking American patriots. Thank you very much, everybody. So I'd like to begin by asking a very simple question. Are you better off now than you were 4 years ago? Not even close. And our country's not better off, that I can tell you. Early mail-in voting in Michigan is now underway. So here in Detroit, early in-person voting starts tomorrow. So get the hell out and vote. You got to get out and vote. With your help, 18 days from now, we are going to win the state of Michigan. We are going to defeat Kamala Harris. And we are going to, quite simply, make America great again. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. You know, Detroit has such great potential, but Kamala and the Democrats have been wreaking havoc on this place. This very, very, in many respects, it's a sacred place. So many things happened in Detroit, and it's been treated so badly, and they've been talking about comebacks for so long, but we're going to bring it back better than it ever was, better than it was many, many years ago. We're going to make Detroit great again. We're going to make it great again. You know, they have been talking about it for years and years and years. For generations, this city and state were the world capital of automotive production and one of the great manufacturing centers in all of history. No matter where you went, this was the greatest in all of history. But year after year, globalist politicians like crooked Joe Biden, lying Kamala Harris, sold you out and let other countries loot, pillage, and plunder our wealth, our jobs, and our dreams, and they did that here more than any other place in our country. 40% of Michigan auto jobs were annihilated after NAFTA, and China's entry into the World Trade Organization was a disaster for your beautiful place, your beautiful city, and frankly, your beautiful state. Detroit was decimated. It's right, Detroit was decimated as if by a foreign army. There was no difference. Our factories were left in ruins, and under Kamala Harris, this year alone, the United States has lost nearly 50,000 manufacturing jobs. You know, they're doing a terrible job. Did you see her interviewed the other night? She said, essentially, yeah, I'd keep it the way Biden had it. Oh, that's great. That's great. He got out because of the way he kept it. She'll keep it the same way. U.S. car sales are down 38% since I left office. But with victory in November, we're going to take back what is ours, and it is ours. We're going to take it back, and we're going to bring back our jobs, our dignity, and our dreams. And standing before you tonight, I am proclaiming to the people of this state that by the end of my term, the entire world will be talking about the Michigan miracle and the stunning rebirth of Detroit. And this will be a real rebirth. Under the Trump administration, all who have robbed you, raided you, ransacked you, and abused you will discover very quickly America will not be taken advantage of anymore. We were taken advantage of for years, for decades. We will reclaim our stolen wealth, and the days of Detroit's economic glory will return greater and stronger than ever before. Promise. And I know how to do it. Oh, do I know how to do it? I will put Detroit first, I will put Michigan first, and I will put America first, and that's the way it is. As we speak, China was building a gigantic auto plant in Mexico. You know about that, and really more than one. Don't worry about it. I took care of it for you. Took care of it. It's already done. Without even closing the big deal, which is the presidency, I've already got it done. Of course, if she got in, she has no idea what the hell she's doing. She's grossly incompetent, worse than him. Then I cannot tell you what's gonna, I can tell you, they'll build the plant, I can tell you, but it's already done. They think they're going to sell all of their cars into the United States and destroy Michigan, but it's not gonna happen. It's not going to happen, I promise you. No, they're building giant plants, and now they just announced something which is going to save Detroit, because you would not be able to compete with this plant, the biggest in the world by far. A friend of mine builds them. He said, the biggest in the world. He wanted to show it to me. I said, no, thank you. I have other things to do. I want to see the plants built in the United States. That's the ones I want to look at. So I said to him, John, a year ago, I want to see a plant. And he said, sir, we'll have to go to Mexico. I said, I don't want to go to Mexico. I want to look at one here. I said, there's no big ones being built in the United States. I said, that's bad. I said, how big is it in Mexico? The biggest in the world. I said, so they're going to make cars and sell them in here. Kill Detroit, kill Michigan. You wouldn't have anything left. You wouldn't have anything left. So the other day I was speaking, a couple of weeks ago, I was speaking at the Economic Club of Detroit, which was nice, made a nice speech. And what happened, I saw John, who's the biggest and the best auto builder. That's what he does, he builds plants. I don't know if he can build anything else. I'm not sure he can build an apartment, but plants he's very good at. And I hadn't spoken to him in a year. He was telling me about this massive plant. And I spoke, and I explained how I'm going to put massive tariffs, very big tariffs on anybody in Mexico that's selling cars are going to hurt our business here. And I said to him, how's that plant coming along, John? And he said, sir, they just told me it's over. They're not building it. They think Trump is going to win. He's going to impose tariffs, and it's worthless. You owe me big. You owe me. You owe me. So they stopped construction. They're not building it. And Detroit will survive, but now we got to make it more. Now we're going to build the plants. So I'm going to do, sometime next week, I'm going to call the people building the plant, very big, wealthy company, which is backed by China. It's China, you know, it's China. It's in Mexico, but it's China. And I'm going to say, build your plant in the United States. We want people to build plants in the United States, employ our people. That's what we want. And if you do that, it's a whole different story. And ideally, they'll build it right here in Detroit. We'll get Detroit moving. And others will come also. So vote Trump, and you will see a mass exodus of manufacturing jobs from Mexico to Michigan, from Shanghai to Sterling Heights, and from Beijing to right here in Detroit and other cities all across America. Because a strong auto industry will make all of Detroit richer, boosting suppliers, real estate, and your entire economy. And, you know, I've been reading about Detroit for so long, the comeback. This is the real comeback. This isn't artificial stuff. This is the real comeback. You better vote for me. So very simply, it's not overly complex. Some people don't understand it. If you watched Bloomberg the other day, you would have seen the CEO of Bloomberg interview me, and I think he understood it. And I think the Wall Street Journal now understands it. Because to me, the most beautiful word in the dictionary, it's not love, it's not respect,